Hi, I'm Kep Kepner, CPA here in Dallas. How do you measure how successful a business is? Well, you really can't unless you know what the performance of that business is compared to the goals of the owner. So, financial statements don't tell you that. The amount of sales you have don't tell you that. If the owner is working 80 hours a week and making big bucks, that might not be successful. Maybe it is to him, but you ought to ask his wife and kids. So the reality is you can't know whether a business is successful unless you know how to measure it. So let me give you a clue. The real clue is you can tell something about the quality of a business by the questions they ask about their business. I've never believed that a CPA could know more about an owner's business than the owner themselves. We might know all about financial statements. We might be able to read them and interpret the numbers. We might be able to tell you how a banker would look at your financials as it relates to whether you can get a loan. We might be able to look at your financial statements and help you project what your profitability and your sales will be in the future. But the fact of the matter is, we may know all of that, but the CPA doesn't walk in the shoes of the owner. So the owner is the key to whether the business is successful or not. Ask yourself, am I successful? I know that answer for my business, but do you know it for yours? So let me tell you what I mean about the quality of the questions. Let's say you look at your financial statement and it shows that you did $2 million of sales and last year you did $1 million. Now, have you had a good year? Well, that's a really poor question. It has nothing to do with the profitability. You might be double the sales but half the profit. You might be profitable, but the demands on your time as the owner will be way too much for the benefits you're getting out of it. The fact that you doubled in sales doesn't mean anything if your target was to triple in sales. So what happens is people ask the wrong questions about their own business. And it's generally because they're too wrapped up in the business to start with. Let's go back to that sales example. Did $1 million in 2014 and you're going to do $2 million of sales in 15. And you say, how was your year? Again, that's a really poor question. The good question is, what did you expect to do? And did you do it? And if you did it, what did you implement to allow you to do twice the sales? If your projection was 3 times the year before, what did you not do that kept you from reaching your projection? And what made you think you could triple your sales in 1 year? Are you too dependent on your staff? Can you not get materials and product to sell? All of these are the important questions as to whether you're successful or not. My successful clients are ones that ask about their business, not how'd you do compared to last year, because in many cases that's meaningless. I have clients who have asked that question every year, and every year it's about the same thing. Well, those clients aren't growing. They're not adding value to their business. They're simply making a living. So the important fact is to ask the right questions. And if you're too wrapped up in your business, you have to have somebody else ask those questions. Now, as a business owner, you may not like those questions. If I ask you why you didn't do $3 million in sales, you only did $2 million, well, you might not like that question. question, because probably it has something to do with what you did or didn't do as the owner of the business. And so you fall back and say, well, I did twice what I did the year before. That doesn't answer the question. It's avoiding the issue. It's the quality of the questions that help you grow. It's the quality of the questions that help you add value to your business. It's the quality of questions that let you have the right staffing and the right product. It's the quality of the question that lets you do the right kind of marketing. It's not, how did I do compared to last year? It's not even, what's my take-home pay? That's a result of the questions that need to be asked and the activities you undertook to grow your business or to not grow it. So the problem with being a business owner is sometimes you're too wrapped up in your own business, and you need independent, objective thought about your business. We give our clients that. If you need help, give us a call. Thanks.